Hi guys, Squirrel here and welcome to another episode of Trucking Diaries. I'm so excited for this one because if you remember, in the last episode, we hit level 5. We now have $36,000 in the bank, and I said to you that that was the last time we did a quick job, which is absolutely beautiful. We've also unlocked, right at the end though, we unlocked that point in long distance, which means we can now do longer journeys up to 400 miles. I know a number of you have been asking for longer episodes, but it's kind of tricky, you know, doing short episodes. We're trying to keep them a reasonable length, but with long distance, it does mean longer jobs, so we will get longer episodes. However, when we get up to the monster ones, we may have to split those, because, you know, a 1,000-mile episode is probably asking a bit much from people's attention span. Anyway, let's get on with this. So we need to get a bank loan, unfortunately. I haven't got enough. I'm definitely staying clear of 400,000. I'm going to go for 100,000. That should be enough with the money we have to get ourselves a truck. So let's do that. Let's go ahead with a daily installment of 1,800. So we're going to have to be making that money back. Account balance now stands at 136,000. No more emails. Okay. The big choice now is Peterbilt or Kenworth. I've driven both of the trucks, and they're much of a muchness, to be honest, between these two. There's not a lot to separate them. Similar performance. Obviously, there's different styling. In terms of how it drives, they're very much the same in this game. But I'm going to go with a Peterbilt, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One of them is to do with the dashboard. With a Peterbilt, you can press the I key and it'll show the speedometer digitally, which I do like. And the other one is to do with the skin that I'm going to use, which I'm going to show you in a second. So let's go ahead and purchase a truck. Peterbilt dealer. What do we want to go out of? Bakersfield. Reno. Let's go out of San Diego. Let's go and visit that dealer. Pick up our first truck down there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, 118,000 base price. Now, if I quickly click on Customize, I'm going to show you why I've gone for the Peterbilt. And it's to do with this Squirrel Logistics skin. Oh, yes. We have our own Squirrel Logistics Inc. with the American flag there. Squirrel Logistics is my little virtual trucking company thing, which you know about, hopefully. This skin, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, hang on, Squirrel, how do we get hold of this skin? Well, in the video description, you'll find a link to the mod spreadsheet, and the mod spreadsheet has multiple tabs. One of the tabs now says ATS, that's the American Truck Sim. The American Truck Simulator skin mods are in there. One of them you'll find is Squirrel Logistics. It only does the basic trucks at the moment, the Peterbilt and the Kenworth in the game. But, well, I can't show you, can I? I can't show you. So basically what happens is that at level 10, you get the bigger cab, and you'll get the Squirrel logo on here. Can't do that on the Kenworth, because at level 10 on the Kenny, it doesn't unlock a full-size cab, so we can't get the logo on it. That's the reason. I wanted to get the Squirrel logo at level 10. That's it. That's one of the reasons to go with the Peterbilt. It's a bit shallow, but there you go. I wanted this skin. Anyway, let's get on and configure this thing. 6x4 with a 200-gallon. It's going to push the price up to 120, but I think the 200-gallon is worth having. 150's, you know, especially with the range that we've got going on with the jobs. We can't get the bigger bigger engine yet, which is a bit of a shame, because it is actually cheaper to buy the bigger engine at this point, but that would mean holding out to level 6, and I'm sure you guys like me are itching to get in our own truck and start putting some miles on it. So unfortunately we're going to have to go with the 370 engine, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll go with the retarder. I like using the retarder. Inside we can't do anything until level 10, which is fair enough. Put that skin back on there. Let's have a look on the outside. In terms of mods, okay, I've completely stayed clear of using a truck mod. You may be wondering why I've not downloaded one of the many truck mods that are available. The reason is fairly simple. Firstly, I don't trust them yet. I want to make sure they're absolutely rock solid before I incorporate them into Trucking Diaries. And the second thing is, they tend to be too cheap. Like this truck in the game starts off at like $118,000. And if you get one of the mods, you'll find the truck starts at $50,000. And I don't want to take a mod on which is going to make the game easier. I want to play this at the hardest kind of difficulty I can. So, I'm taking a bank loan. I'm taking an expensive truck, effectively. I will, later in the series, use a different truck. At some point, we'll switch out to either one of the SCS trucks, which hopefully will be released, or a mod. But for now, I'm going to stick with the basic trucks. I did contemplate bringing in some different wheel mods, but I thought, you know what? Let's not do that initially. I'm going to leave that on basic. I don't mind the basic so much. I'm not going to do that initially. We will go with the advanced tyres, though. Just to make it look slightly better. One thing I have noticed is the... you know, the whole Euro ratings you get for tyres on European Truck Sim. They're not here in American Truck Sim. They just don't have them. I don't know if that's because the US doesn't have them or not, but how much is that worth? Okay, we'll take the little chrome trim, looks nice. Take the painted mirrors, they look nice. I'm not going to put these wing mirrors on because frame rates. So when you're driving along, if you've got these mirrors, then it's doing another render, which can, you know, worsen the effect of your frame rate. We're going to take the painted bumper just because it looks really, really nice. Up here, we'll have a little sun shield going on. Why not? Does that light up? I think it does. Yes, it does. And unfortunately, you know, this game, for some reason, doesn't yet have beacons and air horns, so that's a bit of a disappointment. There's nothing we can do about that. We can't change the exhaust until we get to level 8. Now, I do have one mod installed. And the mod I've got installed gives us some nice HD mud flaps. That is in the mod spreadsheet. Doesn't change the game in any way. It just replaces the textures, which I think they look a bit better. I'm going to go with the white ones. The white and black feel, I think, works nicely. We've done all that, haven't we? Yeah, so that's it. I mean, not a massive amount of configuration, to be honest, compared to some of the trucks I've played with over the years, but it looks nice, and it only costs 121. It's going to leave us with, what, 15,000 in the bank, which is nice, because we've got $1,800 a day bills to think about, and fuel bills, and that kind of thing. These configurations are for the outside, so there's nothing I can do here. So we're done. Let's confirm that. Let's jump in our first truck and start our first mileage. Purchase. Watch the money leave the bank. Brand new truck outside of a dirty headquarters. You know, I really do wish that I could start off with second-hand vehicles in this game. But, sadly, that's not going to happen. Now, you may also notice it's a little bit misty out there. Can you see how misty it is? That is another mod that I've got installed. It's called a fog mod, I think it is. And there's another mod which changes the look of the weather. So what's happening is, those two things combined, I think give us a cleaner look. They remove the kind of yellowy effect in the game. They remove the depth of field blur, so you can see quite clearly into the distance now. They kind of make it look, I think, sharper and more realistic. And more importantly, it removes the bloom effect that you get. You see on the wing there? On default setting, that would have a bloom on it, which I personally don't like. So it makes everything look cleaner and crisper. And also, we might see some sandstorms and some real thick fog at some point. That's quite random. But, yeah, we'll see that later in the game, hopefully, as we drive. Now, let's have a look where we are. We're down in... Oh, we're in Sacramento. I actually thought that because we bought it in San Diego, it would actually leave us in San Diego, but it didn't. Interesting. Never knew that. Alright, well, let's see what's in Sacramento. Now, we do have to take serial jobs now. So as we travel from place to place, we're going to have to pick up jobs. I'm aware of the fact there's a bunch of cities we've not been to. So anything that goes to a city or by a city that we've not been to will get a bit of a preference. I'm going to sort by price per distance, which is that figure there. Household appliances. A reservoir tank, which goes to a place we've already been to. That goes to... We've been up that way. Nothing seems to go across to the middle, which is slightly annoying. Okay. I mean, you know, in theory we can drive over to somewhere else, but it does mean burning fuel doing it. But if it gets us a better job, then it may be worth doing. But right now, these aren't looking fantastic, are they? There's nothing coming out of Truckee, blimey. Okay, let's sort by price then. And a reservoir tank, 10 tons, paying 4,400. It's a short hop up to Reading, but from Reading, look at this. From Reading, you can take diesels for like 6k, so it might be worth doing that. Because that sounds like a fun journey, actually. 4,400 reservoir tank. Let's take that. Alright, let's jump inside and reset my truck IR. Now then, because we've actually got our own truck, I can actually adjust the mirrors. That's something that I'm comfortable with. That's looking down the side of the truck there. Let's tilt that one down. We only have to do this once, of course. Now, you should actually adjust your seat before you do the mirror, but that doesn't matter. Because my seating position is fine. There we go. I'll tilt it down so we can see a bit more. Okay, let's put the parking brake on. It always gives you a truck with no parking brake. Now, listen to this engine, alright? Not sure why that's beeping. Listen to this engine. This is another mod. And it replaces the engine and indicator noises. Now, don't you think that sounds a little bit better? That sounds like a real truck. When I picked up this mod, I thought, I have got to have that. That is so much more immersive. Beautiful. And, get this. Bye-bye, default horn. We hated you. Hello, new air horn sound. It replaces the stock horn, which is fantastic. Thoroughly recommend both mods. Let's get on and find our new job. I need to change my... I know what's wrong now. I was getting confused as to why we're in gear, and I remembered why. It's because we changed it to real automatic. Let's put that back on H shifter. This is where we want it to be. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now look at our truck. It's got 0 miles on it, and it's 25 degrees Celsius. 0 miles. Let's see how long it takes us to get rid of that number. Now, remember I was saying to you about the Peterbilt? If you press the I key, you go through that information. That gives you the digital speedo. That is missing on the Kenny. The Kenny layout of the dashboard I quite like, but it's missing that feature. And I find it incredibly useful for keeping under the speed limit. So, I've learnt a lot about American truck laws, truck traffic laws, since doing this series. I had loads of comments teaching me loads of things about, you know, these crosswalks and stopping before them and reds, turning on reds, just all kinds of information. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I'll definitely say I've got a clue what's going on now. So keep your eye out. I think, what time of day is it actually? It's, oh, it's in the afternoon. You tend to see more fog in the morning, which, you know, is true to real life. If we go through thick fog, you will not fail to spot it. It will be... But even now, you can see it's quite misty. But thick fog. The sandstorms are the best, though. I want to get over to Nevada, just so we can get a sandstorm, because it's amazing. Alright, short drive over. That's cool. Plaster and Sons. I like the way the cranes are moving. Like operational stuff in this game. Moving parts. I like moving parts on maps. It makes you feel like you're not alone, you know? Okay, wrong gear hype. There we go. There's our tanker. Where do you want it, bro? I think we need to rest soon as well, annoyingly. Everywhere you look in this game, there's somebody trying to pull something off a vehicle. You see it a lot in the farming places. There's a guy crouched down trying to pull things. Look at the back of that, wherever that is, little digger. There's a guy around the back there trying to pull a piece off it. It'd be quite cool if you had to be a bit more accurate about that. You know, getting the fifth wheel and the kingpin to align. That'd be funny. I imagine a lot of people would struggle with that. It'd be kind of fun. Let's have a look at the truck before we set out. Oh, that looks classy. Look at that. Black truck with a white trailer. Beautiful. Feels good having our own truck, though. We'll actually earn a lot more money as well, which is great. Wow, that bush. Somebody needs to cut that thing down. That's actually going to cause an accident. Right, 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Let's get onto the... Is this a freeway? Apparently the word freeway and interstate are interchangeable. It depends where you're from. Never knew that again. Come on, broski. There we go. Nice, that worked well. So yeah, 8th, 9th, 10th is the gear rate I go through. I tend to jump up in 2s, and then when I get to 8, I go up in single. Particularly on this 370 engine, it just seems to work better. The main thing is, now, because we've got our own truck, we need to be careful about fuel efficiency. Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't look at the map. Actually, I think where we're going, we've seen all of the map anyway, so it's no biggie. But I was going to say we need to check the map to see if there's any discoveries we can get on the way. Unlock some more cities. I quite like it when you're behind another truck, you know. Although if he stops here, which he will. Oh man, don't stop! Don't kill my momentum, bro! Now the thing is about these cars on this lane, they're obliged to move over. Which obviously he can't, that's fine. But I would have waited for him. But yeah, apparently as you join an interstate, and those run-on strips are nowhere near long enough, but when you join an interstate, they're obliged to move over. Like I'm obliged to move over now, which I will, because I'm nice. But that's not something you're going to see the AI do in a hurry. Now, this is the problem, is having done that, you know, if I want to move back, that's what happens. You get wrecked. Oh, I suppose you want to come back over here now, don't you, broski? In your little banana car. You gotta laugh. Blue skies! That's what Cali's all about, isn't it? Blue skies, look at this. It's a lovely clear day in California, 29 Celsius. I'm gonna try not to get any tickets. But yeah, we're going to be trucking solo for a while. Saving up money. That's the thing to do now, is level up, get your first 100 grand, and then just start, you know, saving up and leveling up. I'm going to start putting my points. The next 2 points are going to go into long distance. That's going to unlock 1,000-mile driving range, which is enough. That's all we need right now. We don't need to go any more than that. There he is, Mr. McCopperson. You won't get me today, sir. Yeah, next 2 points are going to be in that, and then we're going to go back to like high value stuff. And that will help us to get more profitable jobs. That will help bring the money up. Until we get to the point where the first loan is... Oh, you scumbags. First, we have to pull in now. Otherwise we get a fine, and I don't want a fine. So we can afford to get our own garage and another driver. But the problem with that is we need $300,000 to do it. Because we need $180,000 to get either a new garage or upgrade our current one. And then we need $120,000 to buy a truck. So, all in, we need $300,000 to get our first person hired. Which is a heck of a lot of money. Okay, so that's my guy saying he's tired. So, I need to find a rest point. So while we're stuck behind this guy, let's quickly have a look. We're going up Interstate 5. We're actually going to pass a rest point and a fuel station here. So we'll stop there. And then our delivery's into Reading, so yeah. Not a massively long delivery. In theory, you know what? How far is it? I think we'll push on. We'll just drop off and then rest. Not that it makes a massive amount of difference, but... Whoops! Wrong gear. I'm surprised American trucks don't have... they don't have the... On the rev counter, they don't have those bars, those like green, yellow, red bars that they have on the Euro trucks. They kind of show you where fuel efficiency is, or where the torque is. Like, where's the maximum torque on this thing? At what point should I stop revving? At what point should I change? You know what I mean? I'm surprised they don't have that kind of stuff. It's the police! Oops. I'm messing up my gears here. So I am using the H shifter with an advanced split shift. And advanced does mean you need to be a bit more precise about your gear changes. You need to allow time for the gear to get in. You can hear the pneumatics when you change, actually. And if you don't sort of allow it to change or bring the revs up a little bit, then what happens is you hear it crunch. Also, it changes the H shifter layout as well. Okay, I don't know why this guy's going quite so slowly. I think we can get past him. Come on, little 370, you can do it! Thankfully, he didn't speed up or anything like that, which you often get on the real world, I've noticed. You overtake somebody and they look in the mirror, they see you overtaking them. I don't know, it's voluntary or involuntary, they start speeding up. And I know this because I've got cruise control. So I'm locked in at cruise control, I know what speed I'm going. And I go to overtake somebody and then all of a sudden, I'm not closing them anymore. And you think, you just sped up, bro. Do you even know you just sped up? You're getting tired. Oh god, I'm passing out. Maybe I'll have to rest. Because again, if I don't rest, I'm going to get a fine. How much money have we got? 15,000, okay. It's not so bad. Reading, quarter of a mile, here we go. Oh no, we're not getting off here, are we? Next junction, that's fine. I don't know whether to risk it and push on and then rest. Is this sleep built into this? Saturday, 5:30 AM. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it makes no difference. I might as well rest, to be honest. Because the customer's only expecting it in the morning anyway, so... There's no point pushing on and risking it. It's not like I'm late, is what I'm saying. If I'd have been faffing around, driving around the countryside, then I'd probably have to push on, but... we may as well pull over and rest as soon as I can. Feels good, being in our own truck, though. Okay, this is a rest point, so we'll take that. Don't need to fuel, we're already full, having just bought our truck. Okay, where are the rest stops? Are they here? No, they're over there. They're over there. Okay. Are you gonna stay there, bro? I've got this horrible feeling that you're gonna move. That sixth sense intuition. Alright. Let's park over here. Looks like we've got a little shower facility over there and stuff. Okay, brake on, lights off, engine off. Oh, that's actually a motel. We could sleep there. The thing is about the game is even if you pull up at a rest area that doesn't have a motel, with a day cab, you can still sleep. It doesn't penalise you. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. We might see some mist now, maybe. 6 AM. No? Okay. We're destined not to see mist, because I want to show you guys the mist. Let's get this thing delivered, shall we? Looks clear. That guy's still pulled up over there. That's really weird. That doesn't look like a sleeper spot. It's the kind of place you might pull up if you're nipping inside for a coffee and you're being really annoying by parking where everybody needs you to not be. But he's been there all night. Maybe he broke down. Reading and Eureka! That's where we're going. Oh, here's the mist. Look, I told you. The morning mist. Look at that. Look at the cars disappear. It's so cool. Look at this. And from the outside. You've got to be careful in this weather. You really do. You need to make sure you can brake. I mean, they're just flying through the mist. I don't care, but... Doesn't it look amazing? Look at that. I love it. Okay, we are getting off here. I'm going to expect people to be at the top of the ramp. Oh god, it's not the top of the ramp, it's a drop-off ramp. Blimey. I can't even see the junction. There it is. Don't you think this adds to the game, though? I mean, why would SCS not put this in the game? It's just so unbelievably cool. You know, I'm sure everybody out there wants to see, you know, fog, mist, rain, snow, ice, sunshine, just every kind of weather we might get. Even leaves, you know, just slippery surfaces. But it's already in the game. All it needs is just a mod to basically turn it on. Okay, it's not taking that. Let's go with 8th gear. It's not liking 9th very much. I can hardly see the traffic lights or anything. This is hilarious. Right, left turn. Still can't see the lights. Oh, they've just gone red. Scumbag lights. Okay. Look at that junction! It's amazing how a bit of fog can change things. Need to be careful here, because that Range Rover in front of us, the lights will change and then he'll start moving, see? And the guy behind him's going to have a go as well. No, he's not. He's staying there. In real life, he probably would have gone. I don't want to be late on this job. The just-in-time deliveries, I don't think this is a just-in-time, but the just-in-time deliveries, they penalise you quite harshly if you are late. Like, the penalties rack up really fast. But I don't think this was an urgent one. I should check, actually, before I take the job. I should make sure what kind of load we're taking. You have to stop before you turn right. But when I stop, the lights change to green anyway, so whatever. You know, I'm going to reverse this in the mist. This is going to be fun. Now that is a view. I'm still looking for the right turn. Where is it? Here it is. It's coming up. Is it distribution center? Where do you want it, broski? Where are we going? Oh, I think oh my life. I think I know this one. Yeah, I've got to reverse it down there. You can't turn it down there. Talk about an awkward park. Look at this. Made even harder by the weather. Right, so what we're going to have to do is pop that mirror on there. The reason I popped that mirror on is because we don't get much fidelity out of that mirror. It's too wide angle. Not enough pixels. Alright, let's get this turn right. Well, this is an interesting first drop-off in our new truck. I've got to straighten it up soon because the delivery point, the drop-off point, is actually down that edge. It's down there somewhere. And there's actually a post in the way as well. So I need to get some visibility. There it is. Right, that's better. Okay, now I can correct a little bit. I want to just get on the inside of that wall. Like that. But give myself a space to adjust when we get there. Look, I tell you there's always somebody trying to pull something off. Look. Get your back into it, lad. There we go. There's that post on in the mirror there, you see it? Tricky reverse, this one. So we'll straighten it off now, and then we'll have to pull forward if it doesn't accept it. Yes! Straight in. I mean, you know, normally I'd straighten that off, but A, it's going to accept it, and B, I don't want to be any more late than we might already be. Yeah, look at that, no penalties. Alright, so we drove 229 miles, we got $4,500, 300 XP, that's pushed us on to almost halfway. Down level 5. And because we're in our own truck, we can now just pull out of here without damaging our lovely truck. So far I've not crashed it. I've not collided into anything. And yeah, awesome. That was a fun delivery in our first vehicle. In the mist. It's fantastic. Those mods just really make it so much better to look at. I'm hoping to get some trailer mods in soon as well, just to give us a bit of variety, but for now, I'm quite happy with what we've got. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Trucking Diaries. Take care, guys. Until the next episode. Happy trucking.